Hello, my name's Matt, and I have recently been diagnosed with severe sleep apnea. So I'll give you a bit of background that led to my diagnosis. I've, for a number of years, felt pretty exhausted, been a very loud snorer, but also had that sensation where I would wake up in the night almost sort of choking. You sort of you frighten yourself back awake sometimes. Yeah, a lot of symptoms of sleep apnea, but it had never really occurred to me that that's what it was. I thought I was just somebody that didn't sleep well. The exhaustion I put down to just lifestyle. We work hard, we play hard, and you get older and you just think, well, this is it. I just feel tired. It all came to a head though, December last year, year before last actually, where I was lucky enough to have pretty much the whole month off. I had a 2-week holiday, came back to work for a couple of days, and then I was off for Christmas right through to the New Year. So a couple of weeks off again. So basically, a month. But I came back to work in the January and I was just exhausted, really, really tired, which I found worrying. I contacted my GP and explained the symptoms, the feeling exhausted all the time, sleeping a lot. I could never get through a movie, barely into it. I'll be asleep. My poor wife would just put up with me snoring next to her and missing the movie. But I was exhausted. So the GP said that he thought it could be sleep apnea, but he would put me in contact with a sleep clinic. Took a little while for the appointment to come through. I think mid January, mid February. So about 6 weeks or so. Went along to the sleep clinic. It was a group session. There was, I'd say, I think 4 of us there. And we were basically just shown what equipment we would use that night. It was something you brought home. So you was given a heart monitor that you strapped on. You had a oximeter, which you put on your finger, and that reads your oxygen levels and also your pulse. And then a little machine that you had a couple of tubes that just went on the base of your nose, and must have monitored your breathing, etc. Sends it all back to a sealed unit, which the next morning you can't see the results yourself or anything. Just needed to drop that back at the hospital, at the sleep clinic, and they would get back in contact with us with the results. The first appointment, they did say, after dropping it back, there'd be a pretty lengthy wait. They indicated maybe about 4 months. Ended up November was when I finally got my results back. I did chase. It was quite difficult to get hold of them. I went back to my GP and got him to chase. But I'm not complaining on that. The NHS is stretched, and I waited my turn. Got my results back. So going in for the results, that's a one-on-one session. The nurse sat me down, put on a computer screen my results. I'd done a bit of research. I had a rough idea what they kind of meant. So there's a scale they work with, which is the AHI. So that stands for Apnea Hypopnea Index. So basically, when you've got sleep apnea, you're asleep, your muscles relax in your throat, and effectively your airwave is closing. It collapses. So anything under 5, score of 5, which is 5 episodes, they class as normal. Between 5 and 15, they would say, is a mild sleep apnea. 15 to 30 episodes is moderate, and 30 or more is classed as severe. Now, my score was 76, which absolutely floored me. And I said to the nurse, I can't believe that, I stopped breathing 76 times during the course of the night. no, no wonder I was so exhausted. She stopped me there and she said, no, this score is per hour. So I was on average stopping breathing for 10 seconds or more 76 times in an hour, which was frightening. It's the only way I can describe it. It's absolutely frightening. Obviously, you're stopping breathing that much, your oxygen levels are going down, so you're not replenishing the oxygen in your body for all your organs, everything. But yeah, she straight away said I would need to go on to a CPAP machine. Now, CPAP, that abbreviates down to continuous positive airway pressure. So basically, it's a mask that you wear. It's connected to a machine, and it blows air through your nostrils or through your mouth, and it opens up that airwave. So it's continuously blowing the air through, and it keeps the airwaves open through the night, and it stops the apnea episodes because your airwave is not closing down. Worried me a little bit. I've always been a bit claustrophobic. I've not been a still sleeper. I thrash around all over the place. So the idea of having this mask on, the idea of it staying on because of how I moved so much in the night, I couldn't see it working for me. But there isn't another option. So I had to take it home. Had to get on with it. I'll show you what they give you. So you get a little case like that, which is branded up ResMed, and yeah, I left with that and started using it that night. I'll do another video. I'll sort of do an insight as to what the machine is, how I got on with wearing it, etc., what results I achieved with it. But I just wanted to put this video together because I did a lot of research before my actual diagnosis, and most of what I found was from the medical sector. There wasn't many, or any, to be honest, personal stories, and I just feel sometimes it's easier and more relatable to people if somebody that's going through the same thing as you are does their journey, their story of it. I'm in no way medically qualified. I'm not giving any medical advice or anything like that. I'm just sharing my story, and hopefully it will help people like myself, and like people out there that have got the same condition or think they might have it. It might just give a little bit of reassurance while they're waiting for their appointments, or it might inspire them to get in contact, with their doctor if they're experiencing the same things as I did. But yeah, I'll follow up with a few more videos. I hope you found it helpful and informative, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.